Okay. Hi, everyone. While waiting for this to set up, I just want to make sure that we are actually live. So today we're going to be talking about homeschooling or unschooling. And I have a mom here who's been unschooling for the past more than 9 years. And so she's going to share us her experience. For those of you who are watching for the first time, my name is Denise. I am a parenting coach in Madrid. So basically, I help parents enjoy parenting. And I am also a mom of two. So ever since they announced the closure of schools, I've been going live every day just to share my experience and some tips to help other parents going through the same thing that I am. And I'm actually really excited because today we have Faiza. She's a homeschooling, unschooling mom, and so we might have been homeschooling for the past 5 weeks unexpectedly, but she's been doing it for more than 9 years, and so she's come to share with us her experience, just so that maybe we can gain some more insight from her and apply it to our lives to make things a bit more easier. So hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Happy to be here and
Yeah,
trying
thank
to
you.
share.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was like really excited. I was like, oh, I can't wait until until Thursday to hear what she'll say.
So yeah, it's kind of a tough time. I mean, like I wouldn't say that this time is like homeschooling as it's mandatory. It's more like crisis schooling and and schooling or homeschooling. Because when we homeschool or unschool, we are being able to go out, to go to museums, meet other people, and we are not like locked down and basically alone with the kids.
Yeah.
So, but well, some really, really important things during this time is self-care. Actually, it's starting by us before, like it's really self-care, self-regulating. I mean, like facing our fears, dealing with them, and not in front of the kids, because the kids really sense everything. They're like mirrors. So so the best we take care of ourselves. I mean, having a consistent self-care routine, like the best I found is in the morning, like waking up a bit earlier or just setting boundaries with the kids, saying, this is my time. Mommy gonna take care of herself, and then I will be ready for the day with you. And do wherever you like, listening to music, dancing, having a self-massage or whatever, or, calling a friend. But it's really important. Yeah.
And every day as well, right? It's not like
oh yeah that's like your foundation. You're like your foundation for the day starts with this, so you're gonna be more present and for the kids later on, and less reactive, hopefully too.
Yeah. I heard actually something really interesting this morning, and people were talking about self-care and how it's so important for the kids, which is true. And it's also, and the person was like, yeah, and it's also important for yourself. Like, let's not forget that you are also a person separate from a mother, Like, yeah. And I was
exactly.
like, oh yeah. Here I am telling everyone to practice self-care. That's taking care of your kids. And it's like, yes, but it's also taking care of yourself.
Yeah, and it's like filling your tank. I mean, like you cannot run on an empty tank, so you really need to take this, to think about it like that way. It's what activity can fill you and nurture you before even thinking about what you are going to do with the kids. Yeah. And especially during this times, this uncertainty and challenging times. And regarding this, like I just mentioned the fear, so I think it's really important also to, besides self-regulating, also like to filter this adult life to the kids, like not to expose them to adult conversation, and even and not to the media and all. I mean, regarding the situation, I mean, it's really scaring for an adult to be like all the counting the number of deaths and number of So for a kid, it will be even more scarier. So
yeah, and they
so,
might
yeah.
not say anything. Like you might think they're fine, that you have maybe the TV or the radio on and they don't say anything. But just because they don't say anything doesn't mean that they're not absorbing all that like stress and worry and fear.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we are adults. Sometimes it's very scary for us, and we have tools to express it. But the kids usually they don't. Yeah, as you said, like we cannot even notice that the impacts this is having on them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, and yeah, maybe something like more around like the day. I mean, this is especially in this moment, it's really important for us adults to make the kids feel safe, you know. Even if this is sometimes we as adults we don't feel safe, but I think it's really important to you know that we are doing our best, that they are safe, and that there are doctors around doing their work, and that we are and you know it's really important for the kids to feel safe. And there are some nice stories that I'll share with you afterward, that you can like we can read them to kids. And I mean just you know age appropriate talks also to make them you know let them know that there are people in charge, you know, they are doing their best and you know to control the situation. And that they are safe, because sometimes the imagination of the kids it's wide, so they can feel really unsafe.
Yeah, like the other day, I think it was like last week or something, my daughter actually said that she didn't want to leave the house because she didn't want to get the virus.
Yeah, because maybe they don't even know what is this virus doing. Like when, so maybe also like explaining to them what it is and why, and it age appropriates. And about safety also, consistent rhythm, like during the day, this is very important for the kids to feel safe, like to have like to know what they are expecting. Like we wake up and maybe even like making a drawing, a chart with you know with what's gonna be next, and making it with the kids, you know, like this makes them also feel safe. Like we know what's gonna happen during the day. We're gonna wake up, we're gonna put our clothes on, we're gonna have lunch, have breakfast, do I don't know schoolwork or so on, and you know so it's something that makes them feel safe. A consistent and healthy rhythm.
And you also had like what was it that you mentioned earlier, like some like learning, what was it
like the activities we can do with them during the day, beside of like depending on the age, and some might maybe having some homework to do and this kind of things, but like having a purposeful work for the kids that time they are at home, like helping cooking a meal. Even cooking while we are cooking, I find cooking very interesting. Like you can learn math, you can learn reading, you can write down, you can read the recipe, write it down, divide the recipe by half or multiply it, or you can do a lot of things. Just you can do a lot of learning in the kitchen. So make them participate, and in the household chores of the day, to make them participate too.
I like the idea. That's what I missed, that it's purposeful, that it kind of has a point, because I think right now there are a lot of parents who are like, my kid doesn't want to do his homework, and it's like, well, I don't blame them, like especially if they just announced that everyone passed us this year or something. So it's kind of like, okay, so what's the point? Like,
oh really?
Yeah, they announced
yes,
except for like very special cases, everyone passes. So if I were a kid, I'd be like, well, I passed anyway, so what's the point of you making me sit down and do my math homework? So I like the idea of like showing them actually why we are learning this, right? And it's and it gives them like a result, like we made this
and
meal,
actually we can on like, yeah, repairing thing, or we can sorting out toys or sorting out clothes, or there are many things that they can do actually. And also maybe it's a good time actually to make the kids learn differently, like making listen to them and see what kind of project they would like to take, and maybe they can still learn math and languages and so on, but like by being more purpose oriented.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually what I was saying. Like, now is really the best time to learn what your kid wants to learn.
Exactly.
Like,
and how they learn it too. Because
so
we all learn differently.
Yeah, okay, because I was gonna say, like, some parents might be like, wait, what do you mean how they learn it? Could you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, because they are, I mean, it's like, I think it's called the I don't remember the multiplied intelligence chart. Yeah. So there are kids that will actually, yes, want to sit down and do their homework and learn that way, like very school oriented, like very traditional school oriented. But there are other that will more like project based, other that are learning movements. I don't know, they would like rather learn their multiplication table dancing or chanting them, or or maybe teaching to a sibling. Maybe there are some that they will, they feel like they are teaching to someone else, so they can learn that way. So or there are many other ways, or doing a craft, or doing there are many ways to learn. Actually, I can also share. I can share also with
like
you.
A favorite topic of mine, but Sorry,
there is a summit.
Share everything.
I will put it also in there is a summit it was like last year, homeschooling and schooling summit, but they, regarding the circumstances, they put it just for free now online, and they are really nice. There are like tons of conferences, like Sir Ken Robinson and Peter Gray. It's really interesting.
My like nerdy side is coming out. I was like, oh my god, you have to send it. You have to send it. I will watch it. Those are like my favorite authors. Those are like Well, so do you have like one more thing to share, just to kind of like wrap up?
I mean, enjoy life. This is it won't happen. I mean, I think it's really special time, so don't lost your time like trying to make the kids work or do homework, but just connect with your kids and enjoy the time, sing, dance, do artwork, or read stories, make projects together, cook, and enjoy life.
Well, thank you so much, Faiza. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, so for everyone who was watching, I think she shared a lot of things that we can start doing with our kids aside from schoolwork, right? And just really giving them this opportunity to learn things that they actually want to learn, and in a way that helps them learn it, right? And not think that learning is only sitting down, writing, and reading. So I really can't wait for her to share that summit that she mentioned, and I will share it with all of you as well if you want to learn more about it. Another thing that I wanted to share today is that in 2 weeks, on Sunday, the 26th of April, I'll be running a workshop on problem solving with kids. So basically, even if you still feel like you have to do homework, and this is like a constant battle, or really any other battle or power struggle that you have in your house, maybe it's toothbrushing, maybe it's tidying up, maybe they don't want to do their chores, right? All of this you can solve by having this conversation with your kids. So during the workshop, I will teach you the 5 steps you need to follow so that after the conversation, your kids actually do what it is that you agreed on. Because I'm sure there are many parents now who are saying like, well, he said he would do it, and then the next thing I know, he doesn't do it. He doesn't. So the problem solving workshop will address why that is happening. Okay, so if you want to sign up, I will also share the link in the video description. So yeah, that's it. I don't know if you want to add anything before we say goodbye.
No, I mean, maybe people can feel free also to reach out, like, if they have like more questions on the topic, they can, they can feel free to reach out to ask me more questions.
Oh, thank you. So that I'll probably reach out then. Okay, so that's it for today.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow I'll be talking about relationship-centered parenting, what exactly that is, and yeah, what that is and how that applies to my life. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Sorry. I have this and I can't